Guys, Cryred here, and today, as promised, as soon as I got 5 likes, I am posting a video on a theory for the Peter story that I have told to you guys yesterday. So, if you haven't actually checked it out, go ahead on my channel and find it. It should be right there, the one right before this video. Yeah, so hopefully you have heard it, because it wouldn't make any sense to just skip over and then start watching this one. But I'm going to be telling you my theory on who Peter was, why he was there, what happened, and basically fill in a lot of answers. Remember, this is a theory, it's not facts, so just putting that out there, because I don't know if this is the true story or not. So basically, who Peter was, what I think is that Peter was this boy who had a terrible life. Like, he was going through a lot. Maybe it was abuse, maybe it was bullying, depression, all that stuff. And he decided that he wanted to get away from everybody. Everybody that was causing him harm, everybody that was doing this to him. So he ran away, and he was going through these woods, and while he was going through the woods, he heard these kids arguing, these like little boys arguing, and they were saying, "No, I don't want to sleep in with the weird kid. He can't even speak English." And everybody's like fighting over it because like nobody likes the kid or anything, and he feels bad for him. And he decides to wait until everybody goes in their tents, and since nobody went in the tent with him because nobody liked him, he waited till everybody was sleeping, and he went into Avatar's tent, and he was like, "Hey, I'm Peter. I'm gonna be sleeping with you tonight." He was really nice, made sure they had fun, and then Avatar got tired, so then he was like, "Yeah, let's go to bed. I'm tired too." But when Avatar fell asleep, Peter couldn't. He was too busy thinking about everything that's been going on in his life, everything that's brought him there, everything that's been making his life miserable, and he just couldn't sleep. He decided to go on a walk, and he was following the trail and stumbled upon the beach, and he went down to the beach, and he stood at the end of the shore, and he just watched the sunset. And while watching the sunset, he was thinking. He was zoning out, wasn't really paying much attention to anything at all. And then he didn't even notice that, well, I mean, he kind of did notice, but he didn't really acknowledge the fact that Avatar came by, and he was trying to get his attention, but then he realized that Avatar was going to get help, so he panicked and he hid, and Avatar came back, and Peter ran to go get his stuff at the campsite, but before he did that, he left a message for Avatar. He was thanking Avatar for making his last night on Earth the best that he could ever ask for. Now, that message could mean a lot. First thing people think of when they hear that, they think, "Oh, Peter committed suicide." I'm pretty sure that's what everybody was thinking. But in my theory, I don't think that's the case. Yes, it makes a lot of sense. But then again, why didn't he just commit suicide at his house? And why would he just go to the woods instead and all that? I don't think he committed suicide. I think he was just, I think he was just leaving a message to maybe possibly get Avatar to think that he committed suicide, or just thanking Avatar for his last night on civilization with other people. And Peter went to the campsite, got his stuff, and went on his way. He may be living in those woods still. And I mean, it's been 9 years. He could be hunting and everything, hunting deer. And maybe that's why there was those deer guts in the heart. Maybe he was hunting that deer and then gutted it and left the organs. But that still doesn't explain why there was screaming or the Shadowrunners. Well, let me get to that. I think Peter is a Shadowrunner. Because if you think about it, who else could it be? It couldn't have been a camper. And when the boy cabins are out on trail, girls don't go out on trail. So it's definitely not, if it was a female who was screaming, no possible way it was a camper that was a girl. And maybe it was a deer that was screaming when it was being attacked. Maybe not. We don't know. But that's my most logical reason for the screaming, is the deer. The deers were, attacked and killed. But why didn't anybody hear any screams or running before Avatar went on trail as a counselor? Well, I mean, deer meat can last you a while, and maybe even a month, like the 4 weeks before we came here. So that's probably the best explanation. The reason that Peter was hunting on that night that we were there, and maybe why it was so close to our camp, is maybe he was trying to get Avatar's attention. Peter was trying to get Avatar's attention, and only his. That's why nobody heard anything about it beforehand, because it makes so much sense if you think about it. Maybe he saw Avatar on the trail and heard his voice and everything, and it sounded so familiar. Maybe that's what it was. And he wanted to get his attention, and he did it late at night because he didn't want to draw any other attention from anybody else, from any of the campers or anything. And it didn't really work. So that could be it. But Peter didn't show his face or show up in front of us. He was just around the camp. Maybe he didn't see Avatar, but maybe he's still out there. This is my theory, guys. I think Peter was a boy who ran away and is living in the woods now. There's more theories. I can tell you the rest. But I think I'll be doing that in the next live stream, so that you guys can ask me your questions personally. I'll be doing a live stream tomorrow at, let's say, I'll be doing a live stream at 5 o'clock p.m. Central Time. if you don't know what it is for your time, if you have a different time than Central Time, just look it up on Google. It'll be useful, trust me. Thank you guys for joining me. Hopefully this answered a lot of your questions, if you had any at all. Remember, this is just a theory, not facts. I don't know if it's true or not. I just made this theory up myself. Thank you guys for joining me. Join me in my live stream tomorrow, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.